YouTube! This is a quick little review on the Lorac Los Angeles FAVE or SAVE series palette. This is a spring collection, the California Dreaming collection. There's a blush palette, there's some lippies. I was looking at the blush palette, I was like, that's what I'm gonna get instead of the eyeshadow palette. But they're kind of, there's one that's beautiful, one that's maybe a little too light, and two that are super shimmery to the point of like not being flattering the skin. So I'd have to kind of work with it. So I'm still debating and getting it, but I got the Lorac eyeshadow palette. Usually I'm not a huge fan of Lorac eyeshadows. However, this looked like a lot of great transition-y shades that I could use, and I enjoy my transition shades to be a little bit more powdery and a little bit softer because it makes blending a whole hell of a lot easier. Even though sometimes with Lorac shadows I feel like they blend away and the fallout is always, it's there. And I'm gonna tell you, it's the same thing here. There is so much fallout in these shades. But I knew what I was getting into when I bought it. If you don't know that the Lorac regular pro shades are powdery and fallowy by now, then you need to run to 2009 or 10 and buy the first Lorac palette and start from there, okay? We have 5 mattes, 4 kind of satiny shimmers, and then 2 down here that are like very shimmery in Kitty Cat and 65 Degrees. So let's get into the swatches. First shade we have is Sandcastle, which is a beautiful wintry shimmery white. Then we have Button, which is a more satiny flesh toned crease color. I was really interested in this lavender color, this gray lavender color. It's in the shade Overcast. Bonfire is a beautiful light pink. I apologize for like the previous swatches on my hand. You guys know how it is. So that's the first row. Second row, this beautiful transition mauve color in Hot Toddy. This pretty burnt peach color is called Starfish. Seaside is a green satin color. Cable Knit is a browny gray. As you can see, it's a lot of fallout there. Lots of fallout with Cable Knit. Cozy is another pretty powdery cream color. Boots is a dark navy shimmer. Probably one of the most beautiful shades right on my middle finger is Kitty Cat. Then we have a very fallout-y shade in 65 Degrees, which is supposed to be a shimmery champagne, but there's a lot of fallout with that. So like I said about this palette is there's fallout galore. It's gonna be all over your face. Use this palette before you put your foundation on. It's one of those palettes, all right? All right. So would I say that you need this? No, unless you really are looking for some transition shades that are light and powdery for your crease. You really can't get a full look out of here. I don't think that they're, like, I feel like you could get a full look out of here if 65 Degrees was maybe a little bit less powdery. I feel like that is one of the more disappointing shades in this palette. Like you can see right now the amount of powdery buildup on it. Kitty Cat is just beautiful, but I do really like Bonfire and Hot Toddy, these two, this one up here and this one down here, for transition shades. And that's why I bought it mainly, was for, like I said, transitioning my shades. So I don't think that this is a need. I think that you can save your money unless you are like me, looking for some more intense level, you know, powdery shades to blend out your crease, because I feel like I spend 20 hours blending out my crease all the time because I am so fair that the stark lines are just always so prevalent on me. So I'm always like, ah. So I was like, maybe I can get this and it will soften it up a little bit. The packaging is adorable. I really think it's kind of cute with, well, it has a kitten on it. How could you not love it with a kitten on it? But the fallout is intense, the pigmentation's not the greatest, and I think that you could get more bang for your money. This is $30. You could get like a naked, if you wanted the transition shades, like a Naked Basics palette, they're 26 bucks. Naked Basics are definitely the best in terms of bang for your buck because they're $26. So I believe you can also online get the matte little, Too Faced Chocolate Bar Matte Palette. You could get that for transition shades. So they're a little bit more pigmented, a little more bang for your buck as opposed to the powderiness and fallout of this because, like I said, you can get a beautiful look. It'll be very soft. It won't be very intense unless you're using this to blend out intense looks, which if you aren't like me, who's a crazy makeup collector, you don't need a palette to buy just for blending shades to blend out looks. You know what I'm saying? Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a fantastic evening. Bye!